The Prawn Suit, or as the cool kids call it, the pressure-reactive armoured waterproof nano suit, is Subnautica's Iron Man. Jump jets, propulsion cannons, and an onboard drill arm means that no matter what the job, the Prawn has got you covered. Designed for use in extreme environments, this two-legged friend will keep you completely safe from the outside environment come rain or shine, and is even capable of operating in space in zero gravity. Alterra uses the Prawn Suit's hydraulic limbs for maintaining its phase gates that allow for transportation of space vessels between different planets. And these arms are strong, capable of winning any RimWorld bar fight with enough force to snap bones and break rocks. And if you need to escape quickly after winning this intergalactic skirmish, its powered legs can get you out of there around 24 km an hour, or roughly 15 miles per hour, which makes it just a tiny bit slower than this Badger. The Prawn Suit Mark III, which we see in Subnautica, has 600 health, and is made of steel, lead and diamonds, along with aerogel and enamelled glass. The materials needed for the Prawn's construction change slightly in Below Zero, with the Prawn Suit being created using steel, a computer chip, one power cell, and again a piece of enamelled glass. Now, if you've been keeping up with this series so far, you would know that steel is not a real life material, unless you count this stuff from an old Brazilian car company named Gurgle, which happens to share the same name, but is definitely not the same material used in Subnautica. Steel in the Subnautica universe is made from titanium and lithium, and is both strong and lightweight, helping to protect your vital organs from any, bite marks. Enamelled glass in Subnautica is created from glass and a stalker tooth, while in Below Zero it's created with glass, lead and a sprinkling of diamonds. And it's a good job that it is, because enamelled glass in the real world is also known as painted glass, and something tells me you might be turned into fish food quite quickly if you were using that for protection instead. If you're looking to do some exploring in a hostile location, the Prawn is the vehicle for you. The other option for scouting on 4546B in the Seamoth only has 300 HP compared to the Prawn's 600, making it a good deal tankier and more likely to survive a number of hits. The Prawn comes equipped with an onboard AI to warn its pilot of any dangers and produces its own oxygen, and will replenish the pilot's oxygen tank so long as the Prawn remains powered. The power cells that power the vehicle can be found on both of the vehicle's shoulder blades, and these power cells can be charged by either docking the vehicle inside a moon pool or by storing it in a sufficiently powered Cyclops. When travelling between planets or conducting space-related operations, it seems that Prawn Suits are stored in large racks inside the mothership, similar to TIE fighters in the Star Wars universe. The Prawn comes equipped with rear-mounted thrusters that increase its manoeuvrability in low gravity and submerged environments, enabling the suit to travel to a maximum height of 56.8 metres. This can be upgraded with the jump jet module to reach heights of 135.8 metres before they cut out and leave you falling to your doom in the void. Due to the Prawn's limited ability to move vertically, it's recommended when exploring deep under the surface that you also bring a Cyclops submarine for easy transportation of the Prawn to and from a home base. The standard Prawn suit can withstand crush depths of up to 900 metres, and this can be upgraded to a maximum of 1700 metres. It's interesting to note here that Below Zero's iteration of the vehicle can only descend 400 metres as standard, and can only be upgraded to a maximum of 1100 metres even when the hull is completely reinforced. Now, this change has probably been brought in for gameplay reasons, as Below Zero's world is smaller and less deep than Subnautica's, and the Prawn's crafting cost was likely reduced to fit this. The Prawn comes equipped with 24 slots of storage as standard that can be accessed via the suit's rear. Anything picked up by the vehicle's arms will automatically be put into this location. The amount of storage space can be increased by installing additional storage modules, giving the Prawn up to a total of 48 slots of storage. When exiting the vehicle on land, it will crouch down so that you're able to get back in it and check its storage. It's either that or it's sulking because it doesn't want to be up on land in the first place, and I can't say that I blame it, because in early builds of Subnautica, taking the Prawn on land would actually lead to the game crashing. The Prawn suit can be upgraded with a number of modules to increase its functionability and efficiency, along with defensive upgrades for fighting off hostile threats. In addition to the previously mentioned depth, storage and jump jet modules, the Prawn's hull can be reinforced to reduce damage from collisions, with the baseline reduction being 50% and capping out at 93.75% with multiple modules installed. Watch out though, as this doesn't reduce the damage taken from hostile creatures, so be careful before trying to start an arm wrestle with the Sea Dragon. The Prawn can also be made more energy efficient by installing engine efficiency modules, with each one installed reducing power consumption by up to 15%, eventually stacking up to a 60% power saving with multiple modules installed. And if you like to turn up the heat, then travelling to Mordor with a thermal reactor installed will also allow for the charging of the Prawn's batteries once the temperature reaches over 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit. As the temperature rises, the rate of charge will increase from an initial 10% all the way up to 50%, which is probably equivalent to the rate your pulse will also be increased by when you realise how deep underwater you are. The standard Prawn comes equipped with 2 claw arms that inflict 50 damage per punch and can pick up various items, but if you want to make your Prawn suit more specialised, then these can be replaced replaced with a number of options. First, and a personal favourite of mine, we have the drill arm, which allows for mining of large resource deposits and can also be used as an offensive weapon should the need arise. The drill arm deals 28 damage a second and also induces a panic attack in people who are scared of the dentist, so be sure to use this to your advantage if your opponent suffers from this particular weakness. Next up, we have the grappling arm, which allows the vehicle to pull itself in the direction of whatever surface the grappling hook has latched itself onto. This upgrade allows for quicker traversal of the world and is useful for holding the suit in place when mining resources on cliff walls. I would personally recommend this upgrade for those of you who have gotten a little bit bored of being Iron Man and now fancy trying out being Spider-Man for a little bit. Coming in at number 3 on our list of replaceable arms is the propulsion cannon, which allows for the movement of heavy objects which can be moved or launched at will. Any object thrown will deal damage to whatever it hits, and if you launch an item that contains a poison effect such as a gas pod, this will also explode on impact and deal extra damage. And most importantly, the propulsion cannon is a vital tool in the Peeper space program, with the goal of putting 500,000 Peepers into orbit by 2030. The final arm that can be attached to the Prawn Suit is the torpedo arm, and this arm can store up to 6 torpedoes and then fire up to 2 at a time. If you replace both of the Prawn's standard arms with torpedo arms, it's possible to fire up to 4 torpedoes at once. It also appears that the Prawn is upgradable with other less high-tech upgrades, with Margaret's Prawn Suit in below 0 being fashioned with the mandible of a Caliceret, and you definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of a stab wound from that. And that covers everything you need to know about Subnautica's very own Iron Man suit. I wonder what kind of improvements we might see to the Prawn's design in Subnautica 3, or if we might even see a Prawn Suit Mark IV. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you've ever wondered about where the Cyclops actually gets its name from, then you should click right here to find out more. The answer might just surprise you, and I'll see you over there to tell you all about it.